And raise their hand. Star six?
Star 9.
Star 9.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you. So we've seen her pop in and out. So hopefully we'll get her back. All right. The Zoom app works great.
Excuse me. I would appreciate it if the audience would be quiet and not refer to people in inappropriate ways.
I mean, normal.
If you can make that announcement again.
So I would like to remind everyone, if you are going to be speaking in the room, please make sure to leave the room so that the commissioners can hear our discussion and the folks in the audience can hear what we are talking about tonight. So the first person up is going to be Cody, followed by Levi Stone, and then Jeff Winter. You'll have 2 minutes. Please state your name and district. Cody, are you there? We can't hear you in the room.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. My name's Cody Brzezinski, and I'm from District 2. I oppose C1, C18, and C30. These are all by the 12 that voted for C1. And the comment that really irritated me on Monday from a member from District 5, whose commissioner said that our public comments and opinions don't matter to her. She said that to a commissioner to District 2. It really irritates me. We all come out here to support our opinions, to express our opinions to these situations that you guys are proposing. And a member of the commission says our public opinions don't matter. Well, they will matter when they vote you out of office in 10 years. I rescind my time.
Next, we have Levi Stone, Jeff Winter, and then Jennifer Kamer.
Hi there, Levi Losu, District 4. I support C18 and C30. Oversight isn't a bad thing when it's applied correctly. I also support C2. Local law enforcement isn't responsible for immigration. That is a national thing. That is in the United States Constitution. However, C1, I would support a recall of Sheriff Swank yesterday. I think he is an embarrassment to the county. I think he is more concerned with building a name for himself by using national political talking points than he is about keeping the people of Pierce County safe. That said, to give me the option to remove him being tied to giving up my right to vote is an egregious oversight of this body. And you have made me stand side by side with our mouth-breathing sheriff to oppose you. Thank you.
Next, we have Jeff Winter, and then Jennifer Kamer. Thank you.
Oh yes, Jeff Winter, District 5. I'd like to comment again on C1 report to Sheriff. Last Monday I testified that when the rights of the people are affected, we are guaranteed due process of law as written in the Washington State Constitution, Article 1, Section 3. It is because we have not been taught the truth about preserving our rights that we have allowed our government to pass bills to interfere with our rights, even though the main purpose of our Constitution is to prevent exactly that. Rights are personal property, and the government takes from us what is offered to them as unconstitutional and a violation of their own. For generations, when our rights have been violated, we naturally turn to lawyers because they are supposed to be learned in the law, but either knowingly or ignorantly, they deprive us of due process of law by getting us involved in the legislative process and not the judicial process. Due process means we are due a process that's distinct from the legislative process. Maximum law 66B statutes are confined to their own territory and have no exit judge simply put in the law and not make it. When the person we see in the on the bench wearing black robe asserts his opinion that is not contrary to law, when you're real witness, he is legislative, magistrate, distinct from the real judge. When public government started circumventing rights through the legislative process, we can hold them accountable and realize limited by way of judicial process with a lot of acts misused by statutory laws that protect 84C. Punishment is due when the words fail to be false. Thank you.
Justin Layton, Commissioner Layton is online. We can promote him to panelist, and I believe Commissioner Mulaski is on here as well. I've asked her to raise her hand, and hopefully we'll see her in a minute. Next we have Jennifer and then Shannon. Thank you for the amazing technical support. It's deeply appreciated. So on to Jennifer and then Shannon. Jennifer, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
We can, yes.
Okay, thank you. My name's Jennifer Kammeyer, District 1. I appreciate the chance to speak. I oppose any and all of these last-minute amendments to an amendment that this commission has had a bad habit of slipping in to these public meetings at the last minute. Oftentimes, these revised documents are not included in the public meeting packets, and the public is not given an opportunity to comment on these revisions before they are voted on. When the state auditor's office next audits Pierce County, violations of state laws and county rules will be looked at, and the county will be held accountable. Greatly concerning is the potential conflict of interest and the lack of transparency and accountability that I have seen the majority of the commissioners on this commission employ during their time serving on this commission. I am concerned that the members of this commission have held communications regarding actions of this commission in private. I am concerned of the conflicts of interest for the commissioners, especially the dozen that were endorsed by the politically progressive group Indivisible. Remember, Indivisible organizes anti-ICE protests and anti-King rallies. The individuals on this commission endorsed by Indivisible have been pushing through the political agenda of Indivisible. Oftentimes, the most politically charged amendments are the ones that are revised last minute, not included in the meeting packets, and the public is not given a chance to comment on. I hope that the state auditor's office looks at this closely, from the meetings starting in January through all the meetings through June 30th. One that especially comes to mind is the last minute revision that was done on this past Monday, June 15th, C1, where the public was not able to look at it, nor were they able to comment on it. And there's other, I can't give you a list of all of them. Thank you.
Next we have Shannon and then Steve Anderley. And Commissioner Mulaski, if you are online, if you can raise your hand. I think you might have been Zoom user, but I'm not sure. And if you can change your name, that'd be great. All right, I believe that's Commissioner Mulaski. Let's unmute and see if that's her. It sounds like Commissioner Mulaski, there should be a request to join as a panelist. We got her. I think we got her. Sure. Can we have a mic check for Commissioner Mulaski, please?
Can you hear me?
We can. Can you, at some point, especially if we get to voting, we'll need to have you on video for that.
Okay.
All right. So, thank you so much for everyone pulling together to make that happen. We'll move on to Shannon and then Steve Anderley and finish up with Mr. Polak. We can hear you.
Shannon Zimmerly, I am in District 2. I have spoken at a couple of your meetings, and as per usual, I definitely oppose C1 very strongly. And considering all things, you would think someone in my position would definitely feel that having an appointed sheriff may be more beneficial to our community. However, given the amount of times that I have had go-arounds with the executive office and the sheriff's office over the last 5 years, I will tell you from personal experience that in spite of all of my grievances that I have regarding the sheriff's office, I would still trust Sheriff Swank with my life. I would trust my whole family to be in very good care under Swank. And he's not the first sheriff that I have had very good resolve for. I have family who we are related to the beloved and passed on Sheriff Robbins. And the only person that I think that is better qualified for sheriff for Pierce County at this point in my lifetime would be Sheriff Swank. He is a constitutionalist. He is for the common man and woman. He hears his community, and he is striving to ensure that these battles that he's going through for his position are for the betterment of us as a whole. And it's really disgusting, the things that I've had to go through over the executive office. My mother died, and you guys want to verify that over fraud. So I would suggest that, in all intents and purposes, that you do not do C1 go forward, because there will be multiple lawsuits against the county, and that will be at your resolve. Thank you.
Steve Anderly, and then Mr. Polak.
Good evening. Steve Anderly, District 2. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak this evening. I would like to advocate for proposals C18, C30, C32, and 01. I believe these are important measures, and they should be moved forward to the ballot for the people to vote on. That's all I've got. I do want to thank the Commission for their hard work and for their ability to survive a lot of the vitriol that's been directed at them. Thank you all.
Mr. Polak, and then Alexandra Corrigan.
Hello, I'm a Pierce County resident, and I'm here to urge this commission to reject C1 and also the sheriff's office. Democracy is not a convenience, it's a principle. And one of the most fundamental expressions of the principle is the right of citizens to choose who polices them. The sheriff is unique among elected public officials. The person has the authority to arrest, detain, and to use force. And in a free society, that kind of power must answer directly to the people, not the politicians. Look at what happened when it doesn't. Miami-Dade County in Florida abolished its elected sheriff in 1966 after a corruption scandal and handed that power to an appointed director answering to the mayor. For nearly 60 years, that appointed department operated with reduced anti-corruption resources, slashed accountability, and was shielded from direct voter removal. It took a statewide constitutional amendment in 2024 to finally restore the elected sheriff because the people of Miami-Dade wanted their accountability again. Look at King County right here in Washington. King County made its sheriff an appointed position in the 1960s after a corruption scandal. By 1996, the people voted to restore the elected sheriff. And now this commission wants Pierce County to copy the same model King County has been going back and forth with for 60 years. When a police chief or an appointed sheriff serves at the pleasure of an executive, their loyalty is divided. They protect their boss. When a sheriff is elected, their loyalty is undivided. It belongs to you, the people. The Washington State Sheriff's Association put it plainly. Direct accountability and responsiveness to voters is a critical aspect of the office of sheriff. An elected sheriff answers to the people, not to other politicians. And the commission was entrusted with updating our county's charter, not dismantling a century of democratic accountability. If Pierce County voters ever want an appointed sheriff, let that be a free, standalone decision. not bundled with the removal of a sitting elected official whose term voters already decided. Leave the vote with the people. Thank you.
And the final hand I see is Alexandra Corrigan. It looks like you are muted still. Alexandra, are you there?
If you're on the phone, star 6.
If you're on your phone, hit star 6. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we are able to see that you are unmuting, so I believe that will conclude public comment tonight, but if you can hear us and can't unmute for some reason, please feel free to submit written public comments so that we can hear what you wanted to share tonight. And with that, that concludes public comment for the evening. As always, thank you everyone for being here and letting us know what you are thinking about the proposals that are before us. There we go. Now we got it.